Yeah, there's something special that you, in particular, need to be doing in the world.
The program actually changed my view of my career path.
Leadership really is that impulse to make things better.
Leadership can be taught and leadership can be learned.
I appreciated the rawness that the instructors brought to the class and the honesty.
People say, well, who's in your program?
I'm an HR executive.
I'm an IT professional.
I'm a police officer.
I am a boutique owner in Los Angeles.
My profession is juvenile probation.
So it's kind of a living exploration of what does it mean to enact leadership in the 21st century.
Few complex problems, enduring problems can be resolved by a person who has the answer.
We really distinguish between the role of leader, which is a positional authority, like in a hierarchy management kind of setting, with leadership, which is a practice or an action in the world.
Leadership also doesn't equal positional authority. So anyone can exercise leadership at any point in the system.
The energy that leads to cultural change is leadership.
It's a 19-month program that is 70% online and 30% in person. So we call that a hybrid design.
One hunch I've always had about the learners that show up in the program is you've gotten out and you worked in a couple situations and you think, there just has to be a better way of doing this. At the beginning, they spend time paying attention to themselves and going within. Middle of the program, they start to take what they're learning and practice it out in the world. In the end of the program, they're paying attention to public policy and future of leadership. You know, so what's gonna matter for them? Where are they taking their leadership?
My definition of leadership was from a very autocratic organization, people that take charge, get up front, they're, you know, in your face. And the instructors at St. Mary's College were not like that.
There's an assumption that personal development is necessary for leadership development, so there's really attention to the person in the program.
Values is one of those words we talk about a lot, but what does it really mean? And how do I live by my values more? We support you in building up the skills and capacities to deliver that.
The discovery of some of my isms and how deep they went, and being able to come back out and approach certain situations from a different way and get a completely different result than I'd had in the past, a very positive result.
One of the things people get from our program is the opportunity to bring their real life issues that they're struggling with. They've got this cohort of co-learners, of people who have their back while they're trying these new behaviors.
Another piece was an introduction to systems thinking, understanding that most organizations, most big problems aren't well understood in a linear fashion. They're better understood in terms of the relationship of all the pieces.
Part of the learning was that you needed to deal with conflict and you needed to deal with multiple perspectives that would sometimes be contrary to yours.
You know, that's the learning laboratory aspect of the program, is that you really see how your life and the lives of others are so quickly intertwined.
As a result of the program, I'm able to detach the issue from the person.
These kinds of principles and practices are extremely applicable and very useful in any walk of life.
One of the modules, we teach nonviolent communication. And I remember one gentleman in particular talking about how his relationship completely changed with his son when he changed just his language.
It's so hard to express, but I feel so much differently about myself having gone through the program. And it's almost like a quiet confidence that I like myself.
The heart of the matter, really, I suppose to be kind of hokey, is the heart. I mean, it's the extent to which people will let themselves be stirred by values, will let themselves be critically conscious, will let themselves learn how to bond and create a community of practice among a group of peers.
You know, you can't say I'm a leader, but I'm not going to be a human, I'm not going to feel.
And you'll get from it what you don't expect at all. It will send you in directions that are unexpected and will be great.
I went to Ken Otter, the director, and I said, Ken, I'll teach this program for free. It had such an impact on my life that I'll teach it for free.